All right, now we are going to take a sip of coffee, and then we are going to solve a couple more inequalities here. So again, these are ones that have different bases. All right, and in this one, like the other video, it looks like I only have to change one of them. I can leave this one how it is, and I'm going to change this to 10 with to the second power, but we're going to have some multiplying to do on this one. So similar, again, to what we were doing. So let's rewrite this. So we got 10 to the 4x plus 1, which will, and I'm going to put these in parentheses, is greater than, I'm going to write this as 10 squared and put this in parentheses, and then I'm going to take this, right, and put it like this. Now, if you remember what we do when we have an exponent here and an exponent here, whenever you're taking a power and raising it to another power, you multiply the exponents, right? So it's like getting rid of this, right? And then you get 4x plus 1 is greater than, and then it's going to be 2 times this whole thing. So we're going to go 2 times x minus 2, right? And then it just becomes a matter of doing our problem solving steps. So let's do distributive property. Oh, excuse me, quite the cold lately. 2 times x is 2x, and then 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Okay, so now I am going to move 2x over here because that'll still give me a positive variable, so I won't have to deal with any sign flipping, which I don't like. All right, because I know I'm going to forget it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides, okay? And so that's going to give me 2x is greater than or equal to negative 5. I'm just going through this, making sure I'm doing this right. And now we'll divide both sides by 2, and you get not 2. My goodness, I am making all kinds of mistakes this afternoon while I'm doing this. You get x is greater than or equal to negative 5 halves, okay? And so my check step, if x has to be greater than negative 2.5, let's use 0, right? We like 0. So I am going to use 0 to check. So we got 10 to the 4 times 0 plus 1 is greater than 100 to the 0 minus 2. Well, 100 to the 0 minus 2, right, is going to give me 100 to the negative 2 power, which is the same as 1 over 100 squared. So, and 100 squared is 10,000. So it's a small number, right? And then 4 times 0 is 0. And so you have 10 to the 1, and 10 to the 1 is 10. Is 10 greater than 1/10,000th? Oh yeah, right? So it checks out. We're happy. We like that, and life is good, and we're going to move on from there. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do before I do the unveiling, grand unveiling, is I am going to make some room. All right, so I did that, and we're going to take this thing, we're going to just kind of get it out of here, right? And now we've got a situation where I know I can't write 8 in base 4, and I can't write 4 in base 8. So I'm going to move them both to base 2. So I know that 8 is 2 to the 3rd power, and I know that 4 is 2 to the 2nd power. So we're gonna use those. So we go 8. We're gonna rewrite this, like I said, as 2 to the 3rd. We're gonna put that in parentheses, and we're gonna put this 2x minus 5 right here. Okay, we're gonna keep the sign going the same way. Instead of writing 4, I'm gonna write 2 squared. And then that is to the x plus 8 power. All right, once my bases are the same, we can drop them, and then just, we know our exponents are multiplying by each other on each side. So let's write that out. So you've got 3 times 2x minus 5 as a quantity is less than or equal to 2 times x plus 8 as a quantity. So let's do some multiplying. So we get 6x minus 15 is less than 2x and then plus 16. All right, so let's subtract 2x from both sides. Again, keeping the variable positive is a good thing. 4x minus 15 is less than or equal So positive 16. So now we're going to add 15 to both sides. All right, so that is going to give you 31. This is going to be a charming problem. And you get 4x. And then we will divide both sides by 4, right? And so you are going to get this lovely statement that says that x is less than 31/4, which is just a little less than 8, right? 8 is 32/4, so this would be 7 3/4. Okay, so if x is less than that, right, I am going to use 0 to check this because it says it's less than this 7.75, right? So let's use 0. So my check step, right? I'm going to write check. I'm going to say I'm going to use 0. I'm going to put 0 into this first one, so I have 8 to the 2 times 0 minus 5 is less than or equal to 4 to the 0 plus 8. Well, 4 to the 0 plus 8 is 4 to the 8th power. And then 8, this cancels and you get 8 to the negative 5, which is 1 over 8 to the 5th, which is an absolutely astronomically small, small number, right? And then 4 to the 8th is really big. So yeah, that's going to definitely be bigger than taking 8 to the 5th and then, you know, taking a fraction of it. Okay, so hope this is kind of making some sense to you guys. Okay, so big thing with these is just like anything else, stick with it. Don't quit. Don't give up, and power through it, and you'll get these. I know you can do it. So thanks for watching. There's going to be one more video where I'm going to go over 3 of the homework problems. All right, I think I can get them all in one video, or at least we're going to give it a shot. So we'll see you there.